Vande Gujarat.
Good evening, all of you. Gujarat Technological University is organizing 7th Placement Fair for Pharmacy graduate and postgraduates on 12th and 13th of May 2018. For that, we have organized various pre-placement workshops, and I am going to talk about various career options, that is job openings available to pharmacists. Dr. Umesh Upadhyaya, Principal at Sigma Institute of Pharmacy, Baroda. Air, food and water. These are the three basic needs of life. And the fourth interrogative mark, I have kept it here. That indicates medicines, they are the drugs. That is the fourth vital factor for maintaining good health. Healthcare professionals are allopathic doctors, physicians, dentists, nurses, physiotherapists, doctors of alternative medicines like Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani, etc., dietitian, and above all, the pharmacists, they are one of the primary healthcare professionals. Pharmacy profession, it's a noble profession. Pharmacy is a word, pharmakon, that is a Greek word, and it is the health profession that links the health sciences with the chemical sciences, and it is charged with ensuring the safe and effective usage of drugs. Pharmacy is the art and science of preparing and dispensing medications and provisions of drug-related information to the public. Pharmacist is an expert in drug therapy and is the primary health professional who optimizes medication usage to provide patients with positive health outcomes. Mission of pharmacy profession. It is the profession responsible for the appropriate use of medications, devices, and services to achieve optimal therapeutic outcome. Editor-in-Chief, Pharmacy Times USA, has given his opinion as follows. I have opportunities to interview students applying for admission to pharmacy school, and when asked why they want to become a pharmacist, most of them express their desire to help others. My dear friends, pharmacy is indeed a helping profession. I would like to elaborate various career options which are available to a pharmacy graduate and postgraduate. Pharmacy is considered as one of the best professional career. Careers in pharmacy. It includes hospital pharmacist, further studies, community pharmacist. In academics also, one can definitely go ahead in the profession of pharmacy, industry, Food and Drugs Control Administration, overseas opportunity, as well as marketing. And in above all, entrepreneurship, that is also there, as per the goal of our beloved Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. Entrepreneurship and startup programs in pharmacy, they have started taking up, and they will be coming up in the near futures. Academic careers in pharmacy. It includes teaching of students at UG, PG, and PhD levels. What are the subjects? Subjects include basic subjects like pharmacology, pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacognosy. Various allied subjects like quality assurance, pharmaceutical analysis, regulatory affairs, biotechnology, as well as clinical and hospital pharmacy. What a teacher does, the teacher provides sufficient information, and those information will be converted into the knowledge to the pharmacist. A raw student entering in the pharmacy school, and when the student comes out at the graduation or post-graduation level, is provided with sufficient soft skill, and he is instilled with confidence and building the character as a human being. How will he grow in academics? He start as an assistant professor, associate professor, professor, head of the department, principal, dean, and if you have sufficient caliber, you can go at the level of vice chancellor. The second important career for a pharmacist is community pharmacist. What does it mean? It means making medicines, OTC products, cosmetics, etc. available for consumer or patients. Though it appears to be a very small sentence, but it has got a very, very big impact in the society, because almost each and every patient has experienced that doctors does not have sufficient time to spare, nurse does not have sufficient time to give to a patient, and it is the only pharmacist across the world, not only in India but across the world, who provides sufficient counseling about the medication, what to take, how to take, when to take, about the toxic effects, about the side effects of a medicine. Retail and wholesale medical stores, that is the recognition of a community pharmacist. The third option is hospital pharmacist. Various hospitals available in the society, like district hospitals at the district headquarters, community health centers at the taluka headquarters, primary health centers at the town level, as well as Indian Railways, ESIS hospitals, Indian Navy, private hospitals, GVK EMRI, that is the 108 service which has been started by Government of India, then CMSO, Indian Airlines, Indian Army, various NGOs, various private and public limited organizations, they have started their own hospitals, and a pharmacist is required at each and every place wherever drug is dispensed, wherever drug is given to a patient, because counseling is utmost required to a patient whenever drug is dispensed. Next option for a pharmacist is to join Food and Drugs Control Administration. Various government rules and regulations, issue of licenses, monitoring of different acts and rules, that is the major function of pharmacists at the Food and Drugs Control Administration. In addition to this, there are various drug laboratories available by Government of Gujarat, by Government of India, where a pharmacist can be employed. How the growth will occur? The person will join as a drug inspector, next is senior drug inspector, assistant commissioner, and he can reach up to the level of commissioner. Next most important area of career for a pharmacist is marketing. It is known as pharmaceutical marketing. It is not only the selling, it is pharmaceutical strategic marketing. What does it include? It includes indirect marketing by promoting medicines at doctor's level to initiate prescriptions and making them available at community or hospital pharmacies. I would like to tell to my viewers that this is the most difficult task in the society, because pharmacist as a marketing man is required to convince the most intelligent person of the society, that is the doctor, and he has to convince the doctor that his product is worth prescribing. He must provide sufficient information regarding the product, regarding the competitive product, regarding the toxicity, and then only he will get a prescription written by doctor, which will reach to a chemist, and the chemist will provide the medications. Once you start your career as a professional service representative or a medical representative, you can go as a medical representative, as a area manager, then regional manager, then district manager, and even the marketing manager, all India marketing manager also. Not only that, you can join product management team, wherein you will prepare, what is the function of product management team? That is preparing visual aids, leaflets, and other promotional materials for better counseling at doctors as well as chemist levels. The next option for a pharmacist after graduation and post-graduation includes further studies. It can be PG or doctorate at NIPER, BHU, BITS, Pilani, ICT, UDCT, Bombay, Harvard outside India, Harvard University, USA, Monash University, Australia, University of Cambridge, UK, University of Oxford, UK, University of California, San Francisco, University of Nottingham, United Kingdom. One can definitely go for PharmD program also, wherein the clinical pharmacy is taught in a very big way, in a very deep way. Overseas opportunities are available to become a registered pharmacist at different countries, and I would like to stress that pharmacies overseas is given much, or you can say that more importance there as compared to the pharmacies in India. The pharmacies there is provided sufficient reputation, sufficient salaries also, because the pharmacist is given almost equivalent cadre there with the doctor. In Canada, it is PEBC which controls the registration process. In USA, it is NAPLEX and FPG. New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Germany, and almost all countries, there the pharmacist can become a registered pharmacist. Just one example I would like to cite is there, to become a registered pharmacist in Canada, you need to go for 3 steps, that is document verification, pharmacist evaluation examination, pharmacist qualifying examination. Right now, till now, we have completed this hospital pharmacy, further studies, community pharmacy, academics, Food and Drugs Control Administration, overseas opportunities, marketing. The major chunk of the people where the pharmacists would like to go is an industry. Industry again have got 3 pillars where a pharmacist can be employed. One is R&D, second is CRO, and third is manufacturing plant. Let us discuss about the R&D, research and development. R&D has again got different areas where the pharmacist can be absorbed and working in a very nice, peaceful environment to grow in a very big way. The first one is formulation and development department, then analytical development, then regulatory affairs, quality assurance, preclinical, biotechnology, program management, IPR, clinical bioavailability and bioequivalence, business development, technology transfer and organic synthesis. Let us take one by one. Here is the formulation and development department. This is a simple but very important instrument, that is a rotary punching machine. How does it work? It creates thousands and crores of pills. Most of the solid dosage forms, they are in the tablet form, and here is the rotary punching. It is a depiction of a rotary punching machine where a formulation and development department scientist works day and night 24/7. Different injectables, different eye drops. Formulation and development department on the basis of route of administration can be diversified in oral as well as non-oral department. Non-oral department, it can be injectables, ophthalmic, nasal as well as topical. In injectables again, it can be single dose, multi-dose, large volume parenterals. Formulation department on the basis of dosage form can be divided, can be separated in different segments like tablet, capsule, dry syrup, nutraceutical powders, solution, suspension, liposome, microspheres, nanoparticles, microemulsions, emulsions, aerosols. What happens in formulation department when you are employed? Basically, formulation and development department owns the product. It is having the product ownership. These are the various functions which a formulation department does. Prototype formulation, finalization based on efficacy and toxicity, finalization of specifications of API, excipients and finished products, monitoring methods, validations and method transfer to manufacturing plant, technology transfer documentation, execution of scale-up, exhibit and clinical batches, regulatory documentation for submission to different agencies, regulatory query responses, post-scale-up inputs for manufacturing, commercial manufacturing support to plant, as well as dealing with the market complaints and troubleshooting. Next important department in R&D is analytical development. UPLC, LCMS, GC, these are the instruments wherein method development and method validation is the major important work a pharmacist will be performing. Troubleshooting to resolve out of specification and out of trend products, efficient handling of various precision equipments, particle size, texture analyzer, etc. are to be utilized by the pharmacist. In addition to all these equipments, microbiological sterility, raw material, API, excipients, finished product, PK sampling, animal tissues, biological products, recombinant DNA and RNA techniques, everything has to be performed by analytical pharmacists. Next important department in our regulatory affairs is FDA, or you can say that it is regulatory affairs. That is, these are the various symbols of different countries. What happens when you are employed as a pharmacist in regulatory affairs? Dossier compilation for electronic regulatory submission to respective regulatory agencies of the country is the major task which is given to a newcomer, and regulatory query responses compilation as well as submission. Major types of filing in US includes NDA, that is new drug application, NCE, that is new chemical entity, ANDA, that is abbreviated new drug application. Regulatory submission to be done in accordance with the common technical document, that is CTD. The CTD modules, we can just imagine that like whenever a PhD student is submitting a PhD thesis and preparing various segments like introduction and then experimental and observation, results and discussion. Similarly, in case of the CTD modules, you have administrative information to be compiled in the M1 compartment, then M2, M3, M4 and M5. These are CTD modules which are required to be prepared by a regulatory chemist. Various regulatory agencies for different countries, they have prepared their own SOPs, and if we need to export our product to those countries, we have to religiously follow their rules and regulations. As for example, for US, it is US FDA, Australia, it is TGA, Canada, it is Health Canada, Europe, it is Europe